On today's episode of the Cryptoverse. Now throughout this video, if I sound depressed, it's probably because I am, mildly, because today I'm flying back to the UK. But for now, let's talk about cryptocurrencies and what's going on. Bitcoin's having a terrible day today. In fact, cryptocurrency as a whole, price-wise, is having a terrible day. The overall market cap has dropped to 322 billion. Now, I haven't done any deep analysis on this to see if anything in particular is causing this. However, it relates to something else I was just going to mention today, which is, do you remember recently I said that look out for the 30th of March because Hashgraph were going to make some announcement at their New York event? Well, it turns out I did a poll on Twitter and it was like, do you think it's going to be a cryptocurrency, smart contract platform, some damp squid announcement or something else? Well, as it turns out, it's the Hedera Hashgraph platform, right? They have a white paper for it, and they say the Hedera Hashgraph Council will provide governance for an open, fast and fair decentralized public ledger built on the Hashgraph algorithm. And a council of 39 known and reputable organizations committed to supporting the evolution of stable and predictable public ledger infrastructure will be selected to be the nodes on this Hedera network. Now, I haven't gone through the whole white paper. It only came out yesterday, and also traveling today, and also I was doing the meetup yesterday. So I'm going to do a deeper analysis of this, see what the hell it's about, and then see what implications this may have for the rest of the space. The reason I mention these two things back to back is there is a possibility that this announcement of Hashgraph's new project has spooked the markets somewhat, because most of the markets and the coins are based on what you might call traditional blockchain technology, of which Hashgraph potentially could outperform dramatically and is superior in a number of ways. However, don't panic. Let's calmly do our analysis and then see what the implications are. So you can go to the Hashgraph website if you want to beat me to this. It's HederaHashgraph.com. You can download the white paper and start reading it for yourself, or you can wait for my analysis on it. But back to the markets though as a whole. With the prices going down, Bitcoin dominance is going up, so the altcoins are falling harder than Bitcoin. And I was looking on onchaineffects.com today, and we have a couple of coins that have managed to survive, like Einsteinium is up 31%, despite significant drops in almost everything else. And DigixDAO DGD coin is up about 2%, but other than that, significant drops across the board, with Populous being one of the hardest fallers, down 20%, and also we have Syscoin also down 20%. So not looking good there. Bitcoin has dropped all the way to, right this minute, it's 8,100, and the low of the day on Bitfinex was 7,916. So that's a pretty serious drop right there. The other thing I was going to try and do today was Token Fest is happening in San Francisco tomorrow, the 15th of March, and the next day, the 16th of March. And it's in San Francisco, which is only an hour and 20-minute flight from where I am in Las Vegas. And I've tried my damnedest to see if I can get over there, but it was stressing me out. And the reason it was stressing me out is because I was pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to find a way to make it happen, right? And this is where you can have the attitude of, well, do whatever it takes to make it happen type of thing. But then there's another part to that, which is like, when do you know when? Sometimes you just have to let go, right, and stop pushing. And that's where I ended up. So I just couldn't get a direct flight from San Francisco back to the UK that wasn't many thousands of pounds, which is just not economical, or that didn't use a bum airline like United or someone like that. So getting to San Francisco is easy enough. It's just getting out there and getting back to the UK was the major problem. So it's not happening. Ash and Lisa, that came down to do some of the filming of the meetup yesterday, they've flown back to San Francisco because they're doing a US tour for the New Kids on the Blockchain documentary. So they're going to be at Token Fest anyway. They did manage to get me a ticket, but I'm not going to be able to make it. So that's unfortunate. And of course, just a reminder, the reason I'm in Vegas is because I was attending Davin Michael's Mastery Retreat, which was on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which was what, 9th, 10th and 11th of March. That all went very well. I got some great feedback about the channel from those high-level business people, so I should be rolling out their feedback as time goes on. And also, thanks very much for everyone who kind of tuned in for the quick 5-minute live stream that I did from the Lambo meetup yesterday. What's odd though is it's quite a lot of dislikes. It's got 45 dislikes, which is a little bit unfair because a lot of people actually asked me to do a live stream. See if I can do a live stream from the meetup. And as I said on the live stream, I managed to get close enough to the Einstein's coffee shop, bagel place, so that their Wi-Fi was in range, just so I could do a live stream by user request. It wasn't easy for me to do that, alright? So I thought if people want it, my job is to kind of give you what you want. But I did that, and then obviously another portion of the audience just didn't like that. So you can't please all the people all the time. So don't try is really the thing. This is something that came up at the Mastery Retreat. I said to everyone, I'm faced with two choices. One is the choice, or the path, what I call the path of authenticity, which is just being me and putting me out there in the world. And people, me, what I do is, well, it's a unique recipe of how I live, right? Sometimes I like to rent Lamborghinis and do crypto Lambo meetups in Las Vegas. That's me. That's the kind of thing that I like to do with my crypto profits, all right? And that's no one else's business. The people that like that can follow me. The people that don't like that can just go somewhere else. There's plenty of other YouTubers, plenty of other content out there, and that's why that's important. Because it's like a buffet. You select from the buffet of content which style you like the best, right? And it's not really any of our jobs as YouTubers or content creators to cater to any particular market. That's the other side of the coin. I could take the path of inauthenticity, which would be just to figure out what content will be most popular and most profitable and do that. And that's unlikely to be perfectly in line with my unique way of doing things, right? But I just can't live that way. I just cannot live that way. Quite frankly, I just can't do it. And people can sense inauthenticity. A number of people that speak to me about why they listen to the Cryptoverse and so on is because they say they can tell I mean what I say, right? So if I started to lean towards what was popular and what was common and what was profitable, well, I could do that. Quite easily I could do that. What's most profitable. It's easy to do. But it's hard to stay on the path of authenticity, but it's not really a choice. I can't do it any other way. I'm just going to do it my way. And if I get 45 dislikes on a video for the way I do things, I don't really care. And I can't care. Because that will just influence the way I live just because of a stupid dislike button on YouTube, right? Which shouldn't have any influence over the way I live, right? So I just wanted to mention that because I found it a little bit unfair. Didn't really upset me that much, I just thought it was unfair and I thought I'd mention it. But plenty of you did like that, and hopefully the people that did like it were the ones that asked me to do the live stream, so that I have actually delivered that for you. There we jolly well go then. So I've got to fly out from Vegas today. The flight's at 10 PM, which is in about 6 hours time. 6 hours time? Nope. It's more like 7 hours time. So I'm still at the link, as you can see right here. So I'm going to probably stick around for a bit. Don't want to sit in the airport for 7 hours, do I? So I'll stick around for a bit and then make my way over there. If I've got some time at the airport, I'll say about doing a more news roundup kind of video, or begin my analysis on the Hashgraph Hedera white paper. But like I say, if you want to check it out before me, go over to the Hedera hashgraph.com. It's Hedera, Hedera hashgraph.com. Download the white paper, start reading it, and let me know what you think. 76 pages, by the way, so you might want to wait for my analysis, right? So that's all I've got for you for now, guys. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. If you're new around here, get subscribed. And if you would like access to my very best material, head on over to my website. It's cryptoversity.com. Click on courses, and you can take any one of my online courses that I've created for your educational delight. Alright guys, that is all for today. I may be back later if I can find time to shoot another news video at the airport. But if not, I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Cryptoverse. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.